all the finalists that Slew selected. They deserve to be finalists 100% in my opinion.
Guys, there were so many amazing art pieces submitted. It was a grueling week going through and trying to pick these winners. Truly unique and amazing paintings and drawings, many cats and pets, which I certainly expected, and of course loved. Lots of really interesting compositions and angles of selfies people took, which was so fun to see. Every medium under the sun. There were no rules to submitting anything you wanted to paint or draw with. There were lots of swords, which certainly tickled my fancy. Going through all of these was just an overload of joy, and seeing how many people took it seriously and created some sort of piece with the simple prompt of a self-portrait and still life. Over 1,295 to be exact, total submissions, new pieces of artwork in the world, thousands of hours of drawing and painting, so much experimenting, so much practice, so many hours just put in to making some artwork, which was one of the overarching agendas as the proprietor of this contest. If you're watching this video and you submitted, give yourself a huge pat on the back, because that's so awesome. Giant success. This contest became something bigger than I actually thought, and it only gets me excited for next year's art contest, because I'm gonna do this every year now. It's only gonna get bigger, and very, very exciting. So yes, I went through every single submission. It took a full week, many hours per day, every single one. If your artwork is not featured in this video, do not feel bad. Feel excited that you made something, you posted it online for people to see, you were vulnerable with yourself, and that's a huge win. And I'm not just saying that, I think that's a huge thing, and I'm so happy that so many people decided to do that. Like all the hilarious photo shoots people did, and the selfies and the lengths they went, all the lighting, you know, that's just right up my alley. I love the whole photo shoot, and I hope everyone had fun. There was just so many, literally countless amazing works. It's impossible to fit them all in here, obviously. And then also narrowing 1,200 down to 8, or down to like 30 to send to Alpay. Anyways, I wanted to also thank the sponsors, the amazing sponsors, Silver Brushes, Liquitex, Proco, Studio Slew, I'm the host. All of these companies are so awesome to support my nonprofit art organization, Studio Slew, and as well as add to this epic prize pool to make this contest so awesome. So shout out to the sponsors. So lots of people were asking questions on the original video and the update about how I was gonna judge and different parameters of the contest, and I understand that. And I tried to answer everything. I think I answered hundreds, a few hundred comments to, let people in. But, this art contest is subjective. Art is subjective. The judging is based off so many parameters: composition, color, uniqueness of the prompt, the technique, just countless things. Not just the technically best or the most traditional, not at all, but many. And at the end of the day, the submissions I picked was subjective to what I thought deserved to be at the winner's table, to be in the conversation. And that's just how it is. That's the reality of it. If you want to host your own art contest, you can do that and judge it however you think. This is the only way. It's very subjective, so that's just the way it goes. I think in the future, I will add sort of like a people's choice tier where there will be some sort of upvoting where people can, pick one of the tiers of the winner. And that's sort of like the people's choice that happens in a lot of situations. It's just logistically harder than you think. Like, what platform do we use to upvote it? Reddit or a third-party thing. Anyways, I think that's a great idea for the future, and I think that would be awesome. So before the main winners, I want to announce the 3 honorable mentions, which is just solely chosen by me. The honorable mentions is the category that I thought portrayed the most creative, highest effort within the prompt and the guidelines of the project. People who showed a lot of effort with the photo shoot, got really creative, and sort of was outside the box in a different way than the winner's bracket. So again, subjective, but these are the 3 awesome submissions. Drew Dost Draws, the first honorable mention. Her painting of this chess set is just super creative, I think. Shows tremendous effort, and the angle is just so unique, coming up, this chess piece, you know, in the forefront, and there's this sort of bokeh effect, like in cinematography or photography, where the subject in front is in focus, the back gets more blurry. I think that is just such a cool effect, and I really appreciate her trying this and, you know, being really successful at it. I think it's just so awesome and creative. So that is the first honorable mention. Great job. The second one is Lucy Vergnen, if that's how you pronounce it, for this just super epic Minecraft styled painting. Again, just so out of the box and showing extreme effort, planning with the thumbnail, doing all this. I'm guessing this is perspective. And I think it just really looks like another world. And I really appreciate that. You may not rest now. There are many monsters. There are monsters nearby. Just really cool, this glow. Just really awesome. Just very unique from, you know, the 1,000+ paintings. I thought this was really righteous. Good job, Lucy. And last but not least, Ash Art. This was, again, one of those just super out of the box, wacky ideas. Self-portrait, holding a painting that's an actual painting. So this is a painting. This is the photo reference. And she painted the painting. So I thought that was just awesome, really wacky, and quite an intricate painting to paint, getting incepted here. And I just thought that was really unique. And again, great effort and great creativity there. That's the honorable mentions. If I sound raspy, it is because I am very sick, because I wasn't sleeping going through all of these submissions and editing the video. Worth it. Let's continue with the video. Congrats on all these honorable mentions. So all three of these winners will get $100 cash from Studio Slew. They'll get a $100 gift card to Silver Brushes and a $100 gift card to Liquitex. I will be in contact for all of those. Congratulations. Go check out their work. And now, but certainly not least, before we send it over to Alpay to review the winners, we got to talk about the sponsor of this video, Squarespace. It's amazing that I saw so many people submit through websites, and if you are interested in doing that because it's such a good idea, Squarespace is the best website to build a website. Whether you're a career professional or someone just getting off the ground, trying to build a legitimate portfolio, you need an online presence, and Squarespace is the best place to do it. With their award-winning templates and 24-hour customer service, you can make such a professional website so easily. It's the most professional with the simplest way, a drag and drop grid method. It takes care of everything you need. I have been using my Squarespace as the home base of my nonprofit organization, Studio Slew, and I'm so happy with it. They have super powerful e-commerce tools, or like me, I need a ticketed platform to host events. They have everything under the sun. I haven't had any issues with my website, but if you did, again, they have 24-hour customer service to take care of anything you need. Go to squarespace.com to check out a free trial. And when you're ready to buy a domain and build a website, go to squarespace.com/slew for 10% off. Let's throw it to Alpay for the winners.
Friends, it's been an absolute pleasure following you guys so far with this contest. Just a few things before we get started. If you can't find yourself among the finalists, it's because Slew made the decision and he decided on all the finalists. And then also, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that I'm also human. I have my biases just like anybody else. I have my own personal preferences, things that I like, things that I don't like, but I'm gonna try to be as objective as I can. And that said, for me, the technically best painting is not always the artistically best. So just so you know. So the way this is gonna work is I'm gonna go through both categories one by one. So luckily, Slew prepared everything wonderfully for us. So we got this beautiful Miro board, and you can, basically see exactly what I'm seeing and follow me that way. But before I do that, guys, if you are interested in seeing a video where I maybe go through some more entries out of all the 1,300, I think it was in the end, and then give some feedback, critique, maybe roast the paintings a bit. Let me know in the comments down below. If you would like to see something like that, I'm gonna consider it, and maybe we can turn it into another video, and yeah, might be interesting for you. Okay, first entry, Bright Watcher 37. Clip Studio Paint, digital painting, very cool, kind of cosplay fantasy vibes that I'm getting. And yeah, we can see the details, the progress, shots, yeah, nice. The photo shooting, and even a time lapse, which is great. Very helpful with digital art these days. As you know, with AI art, it's very easy to just create something with a click. And of course, we don't want that in a competition like this. All right, very cool. Next, we got Nate Stowe, Submerged, digital painting done in Procreate on the iPad. 20 hours, etc. Very cool. Yeah, very cool. Also very traditional looking. Although I have to say, I have a hard time. I'm not really sure what the object is, to be honest. But that's maybe just me. I have no idea what it is. Is it like a tumbler? Anyway, very well executed digital painting. There is, yeah, it's probably like a coffee mug or something, and then coffee coming out of it. Also very traditional looking, by the way. And I kind of have a feeling that probably many of the entries will be quite traditional looking. Clappy art, existential condition. Digital painting made using Procreate. Okay, very interesting. Bit of a more artistic interpretation of the prompt, the theme. The objects are probably, or the object, I'm guessing it's the earrings or it's the eye. One or the other. But also, as you can see, painted traditionally. The artist has done the work all by themselves, which is great. Next one. Me in the dark holding an old bottle of lotion. This is kind of cool. I'm laughing because it feels like it's kind of random, which I love, I have to say. It doesn't always need to be something super meaningful or interesting or deep, you know. It could be something like an old bottle of lotion. I gotta say, I kind of like it. And obviously also very well executed. It's Mihaly. It's a digital painting that's self-portraits are turning into a yearly tradition for me. Okay, let me quickly go through this because I'm curious what the object is. Okay, with this one, I can't see the object, but I'm assuming that it exists, and Slew made sure that, yeah, very cool. This one does look a bit more digital than the others, which I gotta say I kind of like because it's a different medium, and why not make use of all the tools at your disposal when using a different medium? So I kind of like it. Jack into art. Oh yeah, very nice. Digitally painted in Krita. This I do not know what Krita is. But very cool. You can see the process, and especially with a work of art like this, that does look a bit more finished and realistic. I think it's always great to see the time lapse and the process. I'm wondering what the object is. It's like a vase or something. Very cool. Next one, Mike has art. Okay. We got like this cardboard sword. Me wearing a cardboard crown and sword. This one also looks very traditional, interestingly. I'm super surprised how well digital software is able to emulate traditional materials. It's very, very cool. Okay, another sword. I feel like, yeah, there are gonna be a lot of swords. Vienna O, JPEG. Hosting Procreate, digital art, Little Brave Warrior. Okay, this is kind of cool because it's a different style. Up till now, it was all more or less realistic, figurative realism, something like that. And this is a bit more exaggerated, almost like illustrative, cartoony, but still cool. And a wild outfit, if I may say so. Okay, two more. The last two. Okay, A self-portrait about magic. El Har. It looks like it can open secret treasure box or doors to the other world. The magic. Yeah, very nice. This one really reminds me of, yeah, book cover illustrations or fantastic art, fantasy illustrations, which I love. Let's take a look at the process. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. It starts with the background and almost like the architecture in the background. And then this is the last entry. Genesis Angelica. Traditional on digital. Ah, I see what you did there. So you created a digital work of art in which you are painting a traditional work of art. Very smart. Very cool, actually. And then even like there is another paintception, because you are painting a digital art in the painting. So even one, what is it? One floor down in the inception. I have to say, I like this a lot, especially the concept. Okay, so I've narrowed it down, and these are my favorites right now for very different reasons. But, well, I gotta make a decision now. Only two can win. And now this is the part where it's more about like personal preference than anything else. All of these are fantastic. I feel like they played around with the prompt, the theme of the contest, and they are very well executed as well. So yeah, all of these could be winners, but I have to make a decision. And for me, it is Genesis Angelica, because I really like that she kind of thought outside the box and tried to do something different. As much as I appreciate technical excellence or proficiency, I love it when people kind of start getting creative. And this is a very creative way of creating a self-portrait and combining it with an object or objects. So I have to say, I really like this one. So for me, Genesis Angelica is one of the winners of the digital category. And El Har, or however you are pronounced, sorry for butchering your name, but this one as well. It is technically well executed, but it also has kind of a beautifully fantastical, whimsical theme and also composition and vibe to it, which I have to say I appreciate a lot. So these two are my absolute favorites out of these, and I am incredibly surprised how good you all are. So congratulations.
I'm glad Digital got to submit. There was a lot of awesome digital artwork out there. I love digital artwork. I draw all the time on my iPad. Both of you will get $250 cash from Studio Slew, $200 gift certificate to Silver Brushes, $250 gift certificates to Liquitex, and a free course from Proko.com. Shout out to all the digital artists out there, and thanks for submitting, and shout out to the two winners. Now to the traditional media pool to choose the three winners.
All right, next we got the traditional media category. Something that's obviously very close to my heart, being a traditional artist myself. So I'm very curious to see what you all created here. And the first one is Mendoza Creates. Oh, it's actually a mural. Very cool. And it's a self-portrait with a spray can. Yeah, I have to say, one of the things that's still on my bucket list, I have never in my life painted a mural. And it's definitely on my bucket list. I'm gonna do it. I have to do it very soon. And I have to say, it's always, it will never stop surprising me how detailed people can get when they use spray cans. I have no idea how it works, but it's very impressive. So we're off to a very good start. I really like this. Okay, Jordan Croak tattoo with a very cool demon looking like Japanese Asian mask. Very nice. Oh yeah, and there's proof that he owns the mask. Yeah, very cool style, very traditional, but at the same time also kind of fresh and modern, and also loose, which I like a lot. So very well done. Shaiwal arts. Okay. Very dramatic, very intense lighting. Shaiwal has got some like chiaroscuro going on, like Caravaggio style lighting and contrast. Very cool. And I have to say, also very interesting composition. Go through the next 3 entries. Okay. Alk stuff. Charcoal, acrylic and oil on canvas. Oh yeah, that is a lot of work. Setting something up like this. I can speak from my own experience. It's a ton of work. Creating your own references, etc. But this one, I have to say, I like a lot. Very kind of cute, whimsical, adorable even. But at the same time, very classic, traditional looking, almost as if it's painted from life. Which I have a feeling it's... Is it? Yeah, it is. It actually is. Yeah, which you have to appreciate even more then. Well done. Very well done. Gen D art. I was just gonna wonder out loud what I'm looking at, what the object is, but now it makes sense. It's a Christmas ball. Now I see it. Yeah, very cool. Nice, like almost romantic expression. Okay, Ali Youssef. So this is like a very, very classical drawing that you would see like in the classical ateliers, which kind of works really well, I have to say, with a trimmer, the hair clipper or beard trimmer or whatever it is. Kind of makes for a very nice contrast, having this like very traditional and classical style, but then you have this very modern, yeah, electronic object. And there is the proof. Yeah, I like this a lot. Very cool. Moving on. David Lugo, self-portrait with succulent. Okay. This was our first plant we got for our new apartment in Mexico a few years ago. Now we have 67 green babies. Okay, well then it totally makes sense. Otherwise I would have said it's almost like random, like succulent. Why? But it seems like it's a hobby or a passion, so this totally makes sense. Yeah, very cool. Nice fresh colors, bold brush strokes. It looks very painterly. Componist Emil. That is a very interesting expression you have there. I am a trumpet player, and it was a lot of fun incorporating that into this self-portrait. The shiny surface of the metal was... Damn. I can't get over the expression. Why? Well, obviously it's very well executed. It's a very nice, realistic painting. It's got some like almost classic illustration vibe to it. I'm wondering about the expression. Is it on purpose? Like, is that like meant to be maybe a bit? Oh, maybe I should read the text first. The sound of excellent trumpet playing has always had a magical, almost seductive effect on me. Okay, it says the sound of excellent trumpet playing has always had a magical, almost seductive effect on me. So much that I wanted to actually taste the sound. So that is why I got the idea of licking it in this picture. Maybe a bit gross or stupid, but whatever, it's art. So it is on purpose and it is meant to be a bit funny, I assume. I have to say, I like this a lot. Okay. A real and Drew Nunley. The manifestation of a real one. I don't understand. I don't get it. Maybe I'm a bit too old for it. Is there like a meta layer to it that I'm not getting? I mean, it's a very nice, well executed painting. Who is this moon guy? Can someone elaborate and educate me on the moon moonhead guy, but very cool. I like the trench coat. It's got a cool vibe to it overall. Okay, moving on to the next three. The Measure. I'm very bad with names. Yeah, very freaking awesome for sure. I mean, the colors are chef's kiss, like bold, vibrant, in your face. Obviously something that I like if you know my work, and I think I can see some of my influence in this, which is always a plus, obviously. But now the question is, does the object and the person exist? They do. This took way longer than I expected. Yeah, I can definitely see my influence a bit, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this is, yeah, very cool. Oh, wow. Whiny moss designs. Cutting it down to the wire on this one. Damn, that's a lot of detail. That is a lot of detail, my friend. And a lot of work. Yeah, you really gotta appreciate it. Thinking that it should have stayed a photograph. Oh, okay. So if I'm understanding correctly, it's like kind of a commentary on your work looking very photographic and then people dismissing it. So you kind of turn this painting into a commentary. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Elizabeth. Oh, wow. So beautiful. Here is my submission for the Studio Slew Portrait Still Life. Unfortunately, I didn't have that chrysanthemum with me, which disqualifies me, I believe, but I am happy that I still showed up for this challenge. Oh, really? So you painted it from a photo. Well, does it disqualify you? I'm assuming no, because otherwise you wouldn't be among the finalists, so I'm just gonna assume that it doesn't. But obviously it's a wonderfully painted portrait, beautifully executed, very classical and traditional. Super interesting to me to see that the painting, although it is realistic, it is stylized somewhat from the photo, and in my opinion much better and much more beautiful than the photo. So yeah, well done on that. Not blank paper. My self-portrait still life painting entry for Studio Slew art competition. So this got like multiple objects. Praying mantis, this weird emoji, smiley faces, and also like a plushie. And also with the plants and like this wall tattoo or whatever in the background, mural. Very cool, I have to say. Okay, Leila Quiroga art. Okay, this is dark. Oops. Okay, let's see the process first. Yeah, kind of dark. And I'm assuming the object exists. Yeah, very, very cool. I think it's super interesting to see that people are like heavily gravitating towards realism. I can't say I'm surprised, but it still is something I feel like it would be nice to see people step more out of their comfort zone. B Camper is next. Okay, I can't. Maybe I can translate. Self-portrait inspired by Rubens. Okay. This is like obviously as a mythological creature. Yeah, very cool. I always like referencing like other paintings. It shows like an interest and appreciation for everything that came before, art history, artists that paved the way for us artistically today. So yeah, very cool. And then we have a few more. Michael Schulbaum. Okay, What am I looking at? First I gotta figure that out. This is like almost, looks like a ghost or something. It says, I am comprised of the gifts that I've been given. My right arm, my paintbrush, chisel, clay. Okay, interesting. So this is also another super interesting artistic interpretation and play with the concept for this contest. Self-portrait still life. So he is literally made up of things, objects here. Very cool. And then looking apparently at a photo of his guru that is super elaborate as far as concepts are concerned. Okay, this is Vendy jar, and it looks like a ballpoint pen drawing. An incredibly detailed ballpoint pen drawing. Oh, and it's huge. So this one says, when it comes to the flowers, I didn't have like a direct reference, but I did look at a lot of different photos and just plants. Okay, well, it's a very cool drawing. I love like the monochromatic look of it, and also the sheer amount of detail. It's almost overwhelming, sensory overload, but in a very beautiful way. Okay, Poster Boy 89. Taking a break from all the comic book art to participate in an art contest. As much fun as I have illustrating fantasy genre. Oh, okay. So this one is much smaller than I thought it would be. This is like a smaller illustration, mixed media, markers, ballpoint pen, pencils, it seems like. Yeah, very cool. It also has like a traditional classic illustration vibe to it, which I'm a huge fan of, I have to admit. So I really appreciate that. And I think we have 2 more left, and I hope I didn't miss any, but I don't think I have. So 2 more finalists, and then I can narrow it down. I finally finished my submission to Sleuth's self-portrait art contest. Oh yeah, this is super cool with this. Is it a chicken? Pigeon. It's a pigeon skeleton that she even had. Painted on a panel, very cool. I love how the color of the background and the shirt and the color of the skeleton kind of create a beautiful color harmony. It works really well, in my opinion. And lastly, we have Emily Muller. Emily Muller. My entry for Sleuth and Alpay's self-portrait contest. Unready. Okay, this is also very cool. I love the expression, the in-your-face look, staring into your soul. It really drives home the theme of the painting. And the coffee pouring into the mug also looks fantastic in my opinion. Yeah, very, very well made, I have to say. All right, so let me go through all of them again, one by one, by myself, with a bit of time, let everything really sink in, and then I'm gonna narrow it down, talk about the ones that stand out to me, and then I also want to talk at least a tiny bit about, what some of them have over the others, okay?
2,000 years later.
I've narrowed it down to 7, and now I gotta make a decision because there can only be 3 winners in this category. Sorry guys, that's just the way it is. All of these are fantastic, by the way. I mean, all entries are fantastic. All the finalists that Sleuth selected, they deserve to be finalists 100% in my opinion. Yeah, congratulations everyone. You all did an amazing job. But yeah, now I think I have to make a decision, a final decision. And all of these I love for very different reasons. At the end of the day, like, the theme is self-portrait, still life. And I'm gonna judge it based on that. So just based on that, I have to say, Alk Stuff, whatever your name is, you are 100% among the winners in my book, because I have to say, the composition, the theme, the colors, and the fact that you have painted this from life has to be appreciated. So I can already say that this is definitely one of the 3 winners. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I love that you are kind of looking away from the action and the bear is almost acting in the moment where you are looking away. There's a great narrative element there. I don't know if it's on purpose, but I also don't really care, to be honest. It is there. And yeah, the muted colors, you know, the limited contrast, all works beautifully. And this is definitely one of the 3 winners for me. Yeah. Now, yeah, I can't just go over the fact of how vibrant and bold and also confident this painting looks. And also in comparison to all the others. The fact aside that it kind of looks a bit like what I do, but the fact that there is so much confidence in it, I believe should speak for itself. And this, yeah, definitely has to be one of the winners as well. Luckily, I don't have to rank them, so we only have 3 winners and not a first through third place, which is great. So we already have 2 of them, and then 1 more. Okay, I'm gonna narrow it down just a bit more. So just because like I love Sabrina's entry here, but just because there is room for improvement, especially when it comes to like the composition, I have to say that the other ones have something going for them. So now it's up to, or down to 3. So these 3, Emil, Justin, and Emily. The winner will be, the third winner will be, I have to give it to Emil. I am assuming that it's on purpose, meant to be a bit cheesy and funny, and I really appreciate that. I think the rim light here is solved beautifully. The character really pops out. It is executed well. There is a fun element to it, and I feel like he deserves it as much as the others would have, obviously. So yeah, and with that, we have our 3 winners. Alk, Stuff, the Major, and Emil. Componist Emil. Friends, congratulations. I would love to see all the other entries because I can imagine there are dozens and dozens of fantastic entries. And yeah, guys, let me know in the comments below if you would like to see a video where I go a bit more in depth. Turn it into a separate video, maybe an hour long or so, and I'll think about it. And that's it, friends. Congratulations to all the winners and also all the finalists. A lot of you would have deserved to win this, but yeah, there can only be a few certain chosen ones. So that is that. I'm super inspired, actually. I really feel like painting now, and I have a bunch of work to do. You can already see some stuff here in the background. As you know, I'm working on an exhibition. There it is. And this one here will be the next video. Goose Girl. Working on a bunch of super exciting stuff, working with new compositions, new canvas shapes, etc. I can show you more about that if you want in a future video. But yeah, that is that. I hope you all had fun. I hope you all feel inspired and keep painting. I certainly am myself. And yeah, I can't wait to see what all the winners create with my paint set. If you don't have it yet, head over to my website, grab it while you can, the Modern Portrait Painter set. And yeah, friends, that is that.
Oh my goodness, how epic. Shout out to you 3 winners. You 3 will each get $400 cash from Studio Slew. You'll get $250 in gift certificates to Silver Brushes. You'll get $300 gift certificates to Liquitex. You'll get 1 free class or course from Proco.com. You'll get the Proco 3D printed skull and the paint set from Alpay himself. So epic, amazing work. Thank you for submitting. And shout out to you, Alpay, for guest judging. And guys, that's it. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to everyone who participated. For real, this was such an awesome experience. I think it benefited so many people. Selfishly, it did for me. It inspired me. Again, we're gonna do this again. Just stay tuned. I will be in contact again with all the winners. So just check out your email or Instagram. I will contact you, of course. Shout out to Alpay and his awesome paint set. And just Alpay is an amazing artist. I've looked up to him for so long, so it's cool really connecting with him. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. I'll try to answer everyone's questions. Alpay actually has an art show in October, and I also have an art show here in New York City, October 12th. So if you're in Germany, go check out his work, and if you're in the city, come to my show, Primordial. I'm also doing a Kickstarter, and 100% of the proceeds from my art book on Kickstarter and the solo art show is actually going to Studio Slew. So I could, keep doing events and experiences like this, and also to help bolster my program here at my studio with the drawing classes and everything under the sun with Studio Slew. That's all. Long video. If you watch to the end, comment, art is awesome. And again, thank you so much for participating. The internet is awesome for these sorts of things, I think at least. That's all I got. Let me come around the table. Oh, just took out a light.